Next up, Vinay Pimple.
Oh, I'm done.
You tried.
That was
So hello all, thank you so much for coming out here. Some of you may not know me, so I'll start with a bit about myself. I've been a teacher, a lawyer, and a software engineer. And I am where I am because of all the help I got. I was brought up in India, where if you're blind, you don't get many government services. I was very dependent on friends, volunteers to help me. And these were people like my classmates who would read to me 4 hours at a stretch, 6 hours at a stretch. And that is why I'm here, and I can't help them in return, so I try to help other people. And so that is why I'm a writer coach. Where we work one-on-one with students on their writing assignments. That is why my wife and I, we were mentors at RPAL, where you mentor at-risk youth. That is why I serve on the Crime Prevention Board, where we build better police-community relations, best way to actually fight crime. So if you have a problem, we are the ones who help you to set up a neighborhood watch group, give you all the information about what you can do to keep yourselves and your neighborhood safe. And that is why I'm running for city council. So in terms of the big problem, so as you can tell, the thing that is really close to my heart is education, and so one of the things that pleased me the most was that I was able to pass the Richmond Promise program, which gives a $1,500 per year scholarship to all our students to go to college or go for vocational training. Because we need that shift. We need the shift to a college-going culture. Now, in terms of the biggest problem, getting back to that, it really is city finances. And there are different aspects to it. So one of the things is we really got to manage our finances well. And I'll give you a simple example. Okay? I served on city council in 2015 and 2016. In 2014, the city council passed a budget. Well, they didn't have the money, so they did something called a swaption, which is a loan disguised as a refinancing so that it can become legal, because you're not supposed to borrow to just balance your budget. Okay? So they basically borrowed $9 million. The financial forecast looked really bad, so what did they do? They suppressed it. They didn't make it public. Well, in 2015, Moody's looked at these two things, no financial forecast, borrowed money to balance the budget, they downgraded us to junk bond status. What happened? That $9 million that we had borrowed in 2014, we had to pay $16 million on that in 2015. We did not have the money, of course, so we had to put out a bond, and that means that the total payment is going to be between 25 to 30 million. Okay. In addition to that, because because we got downgraded to junk bond status, we had these swaps. So the swap payment became due. As a consequence, we had to do another refinancing, which would cost the city an additional between $10 to $30 million, depending on where future interest rates go. Now, why did this happen? Part of it is city council simply would say, "Oh, finances aren't my thing."
3 minutes.
You can do that kind of thing. Okay. From 2008, after the big financial crisis, as you know, interest rates are very low, right? We could have had our money at about 3%. Guess how much we were paying because we did swaps? We were paying interest of over 7%. Why were we doing this? Again, because folks on the council finances aren't their thing. And so their approach is, I want this and I don't care how you get the money. That has got to stop. Okay? So what did I do when I was on council? So I led the fight for a really balanced budget instead of a budget balanced by borrowing money. The other thing I did was, because we really conveyed the seriousness of the issue to everybody, we managed to get concessions from our public safety and management unions. I don't know how many of you folks know this, but because of that agreement, actually our firefighters on average agreed to a take-home pay cut of $6,000 per year. Okay, this is an economic boom time. Our police officers took a cut of about $4,000. So now, what do we need to do? The key thing is, really, we need to build Hilltop properly. It's entitled for 9,000 units. That could be a project of about $5 billion, which means that could add $20 million just in property taxes. That is something that we absolutely have to do properly. The other thing we need to do is have a full audit, so that way we know exactly which parts of our budget are used correctly, which parts are not used correctly. So those are the things that we absolutely need to do. You can bank on me for doing those things. Again, overseeing a $168 million budget is the most important job of a city council member. You've got to figure out whom you can trust to do it. So, again, I humbly ask for your vote. I ask for your support because, I don't have so, yeah, that's it. Thank you.